hard. I think one of the hardest things for me selfishly was when they told me that I could help save you and then I couldn't because they didn't match. And that was really difficult to, like, it was like, oh, you could save his life. And then it was like, no, you can't. You're not good enough. And so that was really difficult for me. But also you were quite self-destructive, I think, through it all.
Yeah.
You didn't help yourself, and that's hard to watch for someone that loves you. Because I love you.
Thanks, Lil.
But yeah, I think it's definitely made us closer.
Yeah, I think so. Like, yeah, post when I started to get better, and we started to be able to have the conversations that we started having, and
you're much more open now.
Yeah.
After like reflecting on it all, I suppose it's an experience not many people get at such a young age, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, and I definitely didn't appreciate what it was for you and Mum and Dad.
Yeah.
To go through it as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could appreciate it at that point, but I think now I've been able to.
Yeah. No. You're definitely
look back
much
a bit more.
You're more open and about your feelings. You're just nicer in general. You're a nice person. You're really a bit of a dick before. We're definitely closer. We're more friends now, I would say.
Yeah,
Before you wouldn't want to hang out with us.
No.
But now you only hang out with us.
Yeah.
You have friends. He has friends.
Yeah, family definitely became more important, I think.
Yeah,
sure.
and it's a shared experience that, like, I think it's made us as a family close as well, because Mum always talks about that, like, core unit who know what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
I could only talk to Mum and Dad and Grandma about how it felt for this situation, because no one else really knew. And I think that a lot of people think that a sibling is kind of just like there, like, oh, he's ill, but whatever. But actually it's like you're only other person in the world who knows what it's like to be in your family and whatever. So the thought of you dying was always very difficult. Seeing your brother in hospital is difficult. It's hard to, you changed a lot very quickly. You got really skinny, you got really fat, and you're not fat.
I got a bit blown up.
Really skinny, you got really fat. No, yeah, you got blown up, and it's hard to watch your brother go through that. It's hard to watch anyone you love go through that. And as your sister.
I don't think she coped with it as well as what she portrays. So I asked her the other day, how did you cope last year when I was unwell? Obviously I was okay in myself, but how did you cope? Her reaction was, well, it was just a pretty shit time really, but you know, you just got to get on with it. And that's exactly what she did. It was okay for her because at the time I was in hospital, I was allowed one visitor. So she was coming to visit me every single day, same time every day, 1 till 2 or 1 till 2:30. So she was okay. But my father, on the other hand, he couldn't see me at all. So for the whole 4 weeks I was in hospital, he was literally sat at home just wondering what was going on, and he'd phone me to get an update. But I was absolutely fine. Like, I felt okay in hospital, and I was okay in myself. But for him, I don't think he realised that, because he just couldn't see me, and it makes it a bit difficult for people. If they can't see you, they automatically think that you're worse than what you are. A year's gone by, and I'm so much better in myself, and they feel, I think they're a lot more, what's the word, relieved and like relaxed about it all.
Yeah, and I definitely didn't appreciate what it was for you and Mum and Dad.
Yeah.
To go through it as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could appreciate it at that point, but I think now I've been able to.
Yeah. You're definitely
look back a bit more. My mum became a medical professional, asking doctors everything, Googling, just went all into it. My grandma became my financial advisor and was benefits, let's get your money sorted out, let's make sure you're in a position to like get going with stuff. And my sisters just kind of bought me pizza, and yeah.
I did think of them and I thought, I hope they don't worry too much. But at the same time, I was concentrating on myself and trying to get myself better, just so they wouldn't worry so much. Because if I felt good in myself, then I wouldn't look so unwell. And that's what I kept saying, which my mother did say when she would come to visit me in hospital. She did always says she expected to walk into the room and find me basically lying down, can barely move, really tired, sleeping all the time. But I was okay. I was just sitting up and I was waiting for her literally every single day. I was looking at that door thinking, when's she come in? And if she was like 2 minutes late, I'd be like, where have you been? You're late, you know? Because that was the one thing I was looking forward to every single day. So I've been friends with her for over 10 years. And she actually said she had a really rough time, especially when I was in hospital, because she lived so far away and she couldn't come to see me and I wasn't allowed any visitors. And she said it was absolutely horrible. And she was saying she was crying all the time, thinking I was going to die. And all this. Obviously, nobody will tell you that when you're going through it. But I was like, well, I didn't die. And that's what I just tell her. I'm like, well, I didn't die. I'm still here.
After when you come home and you're sort of not as ill, but you're starting to get fit better and you see all your friends and family doing things around you, that's when it gets the most frustrating. I thought I was always a burden. And even when I spoke to my family about it, and I spoke to my dad, spoke to my mum, spoke to everyone around me, they were like, you're not a burden, Henry. Like, why are you thinking this? And I just, no matter how I look at it, I still think I am a burden. And that has brought so much guilt with it. And the sort of, the feeling of sort of like I've hurt my family in a certain way.
No, I didn't feel like a burden. I was the ill one. And everyone could bring me sausage egg muffins and pizza until I was blue in the face, and yeah, it's made a positive impact on my relationship with my family. Teenage boys have secrets and have things they don't want to tell their parents and stuff, and that all goes out the window when you're ill, and you kind of all come together.